They said the bull market was here. But what the heck is going on with the prices of cryptocurrencies? Shiba Inu lost to zero and then dropped to very low levels these days. What's going on? We are all fools for believing the US government when they say things that aren't true. Allow me to explain. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Shiba Inu's price recently went up and then down. This is likely because of huge changes going on behind the scenes. People don't know about the information, so it causes huge price changes, which happen all the time in the Bitcoin market. This fluctuation is due to a price correction, which is when the value of an object changes, possibly because of speculation activity. It's not a good idea to freak out in these cases because the coin market goes through these changes all the time. Instead, think about a number of things. Shiba Inu's foundations and recent events should be looked at to see if the price change is based on real progress or just guesswork. Check how comfortable you are with risk, because cryptocurrency can go up and down quickly. Also, see how you handle changes in the short term. It's important to diversify. Investing in a variety of products is a good way to lower your risk. Short-term changes may not matter as much if you're in it for the long haul. Think about how the adjustment will affect your long-term plans. Keeping up with coin news gives you information about how the market is changing. Anyway, this isn't the most important news in this movie. It's very important that the US government and the crypto market work together. First, I'll talk about the top news stories that everyone is talking about right now. Then I'll go into a lot more detail and show you that you're all wrong, and you might be doing a lot of wrong by being so optimistic about crypto. Allow me to explain. BlackRock, a big global asset management company, thinks that its crypto ETF will be approved by January 2024. That means there is only 1 month left. You may be wondering why this is important and why it's making people so excited about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu. BlackRock's Bitcoin Spot ETF would be the first of its kind in the United States if it gets approved, which makes this even more interesting. People see this as a big step toward cryptocurrency becoming widely used in the financial markets. It gives regular buyers a new easy way to get in on the possible gains of the cryptocurrency market without having to deal with the hassles of buying and keeping digital assets themselves. People are even more excited because they think the SEC will decide on January 10, 2024 on not only BlackRock's application, but also a number of others for spot Bitcoin ETFs. There is only 1 month left until this possible milestone. Investors and cryptocurrency fans are waiting with bated breath for the governmental green light that could be a turning point in the industry's history. In the month before the first Bitcoin exchange-traded fund goes live, the market is expected to go through changes. Traders and investors will guess what the new ETF will do, which will lead to more trading and positioning before the start. When a crypto ETF is announced and approved, the prices of the coins it tracks can change by a lot. This time it's in Bitcoin, but we all know that Bitcoin is much stronger than other cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu. As the launch date gets closer, investors' moods may change from hopeful to skeptical, which will affect how the market acts. Changes in regulations can have an effect on cryptocurrency markets, and news or statements about the process for approving ETFs can have an effect on prices. Traders may take advantage of trading opportunities between the cash market and the futures markets for the ETF, which can make prices more volatile. The cryptocurrency market is known for being risky, and investors can act in unexpected ways, which can cause the market to move quickly and in surprising ways. Investors need to be aware of these things and be careful during times of high volatility. They should also go into the market with a well-thought-out strategy and plan for managing risk. Anyway, it looks like big things are going to happen in just 1 month. Are you happy? Leave a comment below. A lot of people are sure that Bitcoin ETF will be approved, but some aren't so sure and think that everything could go horribly wrong. Even though the market seems to be certain, crypto lawyer John Deaton is worried that the SEC might pull the rug out from under the highly expected spot Bitcoin ETF approval. People say the market is putting in a 90% chance for approval for a Bitcoin ETF. His tweet asks, is Gary Gensler about to pull off the biggest regulatory rug pull of all time? The tweet gives us an interesting new way to think about the excitement around Gary Gensler's, SEC chairman, decision to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF. It's important to note that news and rumors about the chance of a Bitcoin ETF have had an effect on the price of Bitcoin all year. The market has seen big gains. For example, Bitcoin's value has gone up over 150% in the last year, mostly because there isn't a market for it yet. By the continued confidence regarding the possible approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF. If you look at charts, this bullish news doesn't affect only Bitcoin's price pleasantly, but all the altcoins, such as Shiba Inu too. The monthly price increases of Bitcoin are due to people's continued hopes for positive regulatory changes, especially the approval of a spot ETF, which many see as a key step toward widespread use and investment by institutions. The tweet's reference to a regulatory rug pull brings up the idea that the market could experience a big and sudden drop if Gensler and the SEC reject the Bitcoin spot ETF for no apparent reason. Such a refusal could cause Bitcoin prices to drop sharply, giving smart market participants like Gensler a chance to make money by shorting the market following the drop. Shorting is a way for investors to make money by betting that the value of an object will go down. For this reason, Gensler might be able to make a lot of money by using smart short options to profit from how the market reacts to an ETF rejection. This worry comes from what former SEC official John Reed Stark said, who says that the SEC might be getting ready for a surprise rejection. The former SEC official in this tweet is asking what the SEC is thinking when it decides whether to approve or reject a Bitcoin spot ETF. The government worker doesn't understand why the SEC would set specific rules if the plan was to turn down the application. The tweet admits that the 90% chance of approval is probably not a perfect number. The person does say, though, that it's hard to tell what the SEC will do behind closed doors. The official suggests two possible outcomes. First, that SEC might be giving applicants specific instructions as a safety step. This way, they can later say that candidates knew what was expected of them but didn't do it. Second, there may be cases and reviews that haven't been made public, including criminal and non-public ones, that show worries that allowing a Bitcoin spot ETF could be very dangerous for investors. The tweet also talks about Chair Gensler's style, pointing out that he tends to be very firm in his beliefs without looking for ways to settle. The official gives examples of Gensler's pushy behavior in other situations, which makes it seem like his support for a Bitcoin spot ETF might be at odds with his values and behavior. The official makes guesses about Gensler's goals and wonders if he would want allowing a Bitcoin spot ETF as part of his legacy, since that could be seen as a personal loss and a risk for investors. Finally, the former SEC official finds the situation interesting, especially the expert reports that try to guess what will happen. The tweet tells people to get popcorn and watch what's happening. Really, that's a whole new point of view. How do you feel about that? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to read what you think about that. In similar news about cryptocurrencies, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JPMorgan Chase, recently shared his worries during a Senate Banking Committee oversight meeting. Dimon is known for strongly opposing cryptocurrencies. Dimon wanted to shut down the whole Bitcoin space because he thought that bad people mostly used it for very bad things. He said that cryptocurrencies should be illegal and that if he were in charge of the government, he would do something to shut it down. This view of cryptocurrencies is very different from what people are thinking about right now as they wait for the possible approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs. But what do you think is the most likely outcome? Please let me know in the comments. Is the SEC going to really accept the Bitcoin ETF, or is it all a scam? The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.